Camp Hero, Montauk Point, Long Island. For decades, this abandoned military base has been the center of one of America's most outrageous conspiracy theories. Secret government experiments involving mind control, time travel, and interdimensional portals. But here's what makes Montauk different from typical conspiracy theories. We now know the US government was actually conducting illegal mind control experiments during this exact time period. MKUltra wasn't conspiracy theory, it was conspiracy fact. So when supposed Montauk survivors Preston Nichols and Al Bielek came forward with claims of psychic experiments, time manipulation, and memory implantation, the question became, where does documented government abuse end and science fiction begin? What's even stranger? Recent archaeological evidence suggests there really are extensive underground facilities beneath Camp Hero that the military has never officially acknowledged. Welcome to Sketchy Phenomena. Hit that subscribe button, because what you're about to learn about America's most controversial alleged black project will blur the line between conspiracy theory and historical reality. Camp Hero began as a World War II coastal defense installation, complete with massive 16-inch naval guns designed to protect New York Harbor from enemy ships. The site was strategically positioned at the eastern tip of Long Island. During the Cold War, it became part of the SAGE, Semi-Automatic Ground Environment Air Defense System, featuring a massive AN/FPS-35 radar array designed to detect incoming Soviet bombers and missiles. According to official records, Camp Hero was decommissioned in 1980 and turned over to New York State Parks. The radar was supposedly shut down and the facility abandoned. However, local residents reported that electrical consumption at the abandoned base continued at massive levels throughout the 1980s. Utility records show power usage consistent with an active facility, not an abandoned one. Witnesses described seeing military aircraft, strange lights, and unusual electromagnetic phenomena around Camp Hero years after its supposed closure. Compass readings near the base would go haywire, and local electronics frequently malfunctioned. Most intriguingly, ground-penetrating radar studies conducted in the 1990s revealed extensive underground tunnel systems beneath Camp Hero, far more elaborate than anything in the official historical record. The Montauk Project story first emerged through Preston Nichols, an electrical engineer who claimed to have worked on secret experiments at Camp Hero. Beginning in 1992, Nichols published a series of books detailing his alleged experiences. According to Nichols, the Montauk Project was a continuation of MKUltra mind control research, using advanced technology to amplify psychic abilities and manipulate human consciousness on an unprecedented scale. Nichols described sophisticated psychotronic equipment that could read and influence thoughts, create false memories, and even project mental imagery into reality through psychically gifted subjects. Central to Nichols' account was Duncan Cameron, allegedly a powerful psychic whose abilities were amplified by the Montauk technology. Cameron supposedly could manifest physical objects through concentrated thought. The alleged setup involved a specialized chair connected to sophisticated electronics that could boost psychic abilities to incredible levels. Cameron would sit in this chair while technicians monitored and directed his mental projections. The most outrageous claims involved using Cameron's amplified psychic abilities to create actual portals through time and space, allowing physical travel to different time periods and dimensions. Nichols connected Montauk to the legendary Philadelphia experiment, claiming both were part of a larger Phoenix project involving electromagnetic manipulation of space and time. Al Bielek, who claimed to be a Philadelphia experiment survivor, supported Nichols' story and added his own details about time travel experiments and alternate timelines. According to this narrative, technology allegedly developed during the Philadelphia experiment was refined and expanded at Montauk, progressing from invisibility research to full-scale time manipulation. Here's where conspiracy theory meets historical fact. The US government was actually conducting illegal mind control experiments during the alleged Montauk timeframe. MKUltra ran from 1953 to 1973, with some subprograms continuing into the 1980s. MKUltra included horrific experiments on unwitting subjects, including sensory deprivation, psychoactive drugs, electroshock therapy, and psychological torture. The program was exposed through congressional investigations in the 1970s. The government also funded legitimate psychic research through programs like Stargate, remote viewing, conducted at Stanford Research Institute, and other facilities throughout the Cold War period. The military was conducting advanced electromagnetic research during this period, including early work on what would become HAARP, High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, and other ionospheric manipulation technologies. Camp Hero's massive radar installation made it an ideal location for advanced electromagnetic research, signal intelligence, and electronic warfare development. Declassified budget documents show significant funding for classified research programs during the 1970s and 1980s, though specific project details remain redacted. What conspiracy theorists rarely mention is Camp Hero's proximity to Plum Island Animal Disease Center, a real government biological research facility. Declassified documents reveal Plum Island conducted classified bioweapons research during the Cold War. Personnel records show some researchers worked at both facilities, and there's evidence of collaboration on classified projects involving psychological and physiological manipulation techniques. Some former Plum Island workers have suggested that human psychological experiments were conducted in conjunction with animal biological research, though this remains unconfirmed. Investigators exploring Camp Hero have discovered extensive underground facilities that don't appear in official military records. These include reinforced concrete rooms, unusual electrical installations, and what appears to be a large underground chamber. Electronic equipment consistently malfunctions in certain areas of Camp Hero. Electromagnetic field measurements show unexplained anomalies that persist decades after the facility's supposed abandonment. Some of the discovered electronics contain components that seem advanced for their supposed installation period, though this could be explained by later modifications or misidentification. While the more outrageous claims lack credible support, some witness testimony is compelling. Former military personnel describe classified projects involving psychological research and advanced electronics. Hospital records from the 1970s and 1980s show an unusual number of psychiatric patients in the Long Island area reporting similar false memories, involving government facilities and psychological experiments. Interestingly, this coincides with the period when recovered memory therapy was popular, leading some researchers to suggest Montauk memories might be therapy-induced false memories rather than suppressed real ones. The more exotic Montauk claims violate basic physics. Creating stable time portals or materializing objects through thought would require energy levels far beyond what was available at Camp Hero. Witness accounts contain numerous inconsistencies and contradictions. Dates don't align, technology descriptions are anachronistic, and many claims are scientifically impossible. Despite claims of massive technological installations, no convincing physical evidence has been found of time travel equipment, consciousness amplification devices, or interdimensional portals. Most unusual phenomena at Camp Hero can be explained by conventional classified research into radar technology, electronic warfare, and electromagnetic effects on human psychology. The mind control aspects might reflect real psychological research into influence operations, propaganda techniques, and methods for disrupting enemy personnel. Some researchers suggest the entire Montauk story was deliberate disinformation designed to discredit legitimate investigations into real classified programs. Through Freedom of Information Act requests, we know Camp Hero continued some operations after 1980. Classified electromagnetic research occurred at the facility. There are underground installations not shown in official records, and the site was used for psychological research projects. Significant portions of Camp Hero's history remain classified. Documents from the 1970s contain extensive redactions suggesting ongoing sensitive operations. The electromagnetic anomalies at Camp Hero persist today and haven't been satisfactorily explained by conventional means. Parts of the underground facility remain inaccessible, and the government has never provided a complete accounting of the site's construction or purpose. The Montauk Project exists in a gray area between documented government abuse and science fiction fantasy. While the most extreme claims lack credible evidence, something unusual definitely occurred at Camp Hero. The documented reality of MKUltra and other mind control programs proves the government was conducting exactly the type of research alleged at Montauk, just not at the science fiction level described. The evidence suggests Camp Hero hosted classified psychological and electromagnetic research that continued after its official closure, but claims of time travel and consciousness materialization remain unsubstantiated. The Montauk Project represents a perfect storm of documented government abuse, legitimate scientific mystery, and wild conspiracy theory. While we can debunk the more outrageous claims, the core questions remain intriguing. The case demonstrates why we need to maintain healthy skepticism toward extraordinary claims, while remaining open to investigating legitimate questions about government secrecy and abuse of power. In an era of mass surveillance and advanced neurotechnology, understanding the history of government consciousness research becomes more relevant than ever. Creating these deep dive investigations into the world's strangest mysteries takes serious time and resources. From research and scripting to editing and visual effects, each episode requires tools, software, and countless hours to bring you the quality content you deserve. Consider becoming a Patreon. For just $3 a month, you can directly support Sketchy Phenomena's growth and help us invest in better equipment, advanced editing tools, and more in-depth research. Patreon supporters get their name in the credits of every single episode, plus exclusive Discord access to chat directly with our team, share theories, and get behind-the-scenes updates before anyone else. Can't support financially? No problem. Liking, commenting, and subscribing helps us tremendously by boosting our visibility in the algorithm. Your engagement literally helps other mystery lovers discover our content. Got a case you want us to investigate? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, or email us directly at sketchyphenomena@gmail.com. We read every submission, and your ideas often become our next episodes. Whether you're supporting through Patreon, engaging with our content, or sharing episode ideas, you're helping build the best paranormal investigation community on YouTube. Every bit of support means the world to us and helps keep the mysteries coming. What's your take on Montauk? Do you think the documented evidence suggests real classified research? Or is it all elaborate fiction built around a kernel of truth? Share your thoughts in the comments below.